When senior Kristen Hansen came to Monte Vista, she wasn't like most new students. First, she was already from the Bay Area and had lived here her whole life. Second, she already knew a few of her classmates. And third, she was getting ready to celebrate the second birthday of her daughter.
Hansen's life changed when she found out she was pregnant, and it changed again when she left the Young Parent Program and came to Monte Vista. It was the beginning, for herself and her daughter, of new opportunities. A chance to be challenged at school, to reinvent herself, to start over.
This month on E-Squared, we're exploring what it means to begin anew, and everything that comes with it. All the hopefulness and fear and uncertainty. Whether it's anticipating a new president, or asking for new start times, adjusting to an injured teammate, or adjusting to a new sibling, beginnings aren't always what we asked for. But when they happen, they can change everything.
I'm Kristen Chang.
I'm Alina Abidi, and this is E-Squared.
Can you smile? You say cheese. You say cheese. Don't bite your fingers. Can you go say cheese? Please. Go say smile. Say cheese.
Mommy. Hi.
What's your first name?
I found out I was pregnant on April Fool's, so my friends thought I was joking, and I was like, no, I'm not. Well, there was not much difference to me. I still hated school. I still didn't better my ways of ditching and all that. Like, nothing really changed for me until after I went to YPP and started caring and doing better.
After finishing her freshman year at Cupertino High School, now senior Kristen Hansen transferred to the Young Parent Program, or YPP, provided by the school district, and spent her sophomore and junior years there.
The attendance was pretty bad due to sick kids and sick moms and all that, so they had to make work easy to make up. For example, for a lit class, we'd read maybe one book a semester, write one essay a semester, and that's like really different compared to writing 2 to 3 essays in the first week of my senior year.
Hansen wanted to come to Monte Vista because she believed it was the most academically rigorous school in the district.
I didn't want to just jump into an easy school right into college if I'm like, don't know what's going to hit me and I'm just going to freak out because I'm like, where is all this coming from?
But although Hansen wanted to challenge herself by coming to Monte Vista, there are still a few things that she misses from the YPP.
But I mean, definitely at Monte Vista, the teachers could be more understanding. Like my academics teachers aren't that flexible with me, even if I have things going like outside, not even related to her.
Though she wishes she had a more flexible schedule at MV, she realizes that staying at the YPP just wasn't enough for her.
I know my friend is not going to college, and I know that more than half of the girls have gotten pregnant more than once. And I know one of them is about to give birth this month. I don't know, it's not much like success in that field other than just graduating from high school. And even if it is graduating from more, we didn't get a full high school education, so we don't know what we're doing. And I don't know, I feel very cheated. Not having basically learned much my sophomore and junior years, and that makes me feel very behind. And there's nothing I can do about it now, but it makes me wish that I hadn't gone to a program. But yeah, but I felt just like I was getting accomplishments for not doing anything, and sometimes I still feel like that even at Monte Vista, because I only applied to local schools, right? And so getting accepted into some colleges, they don't seem like a big deal to me, but my guidance counselors are like, yeah, like, yay, girl, you got in, like, and it doesn't feel like that to me at all. I don't know, just like being successful, finishing college, finding out what I want to do and doing it, because I'm still not sure what I want to major in, so that would make me happy. And her being good, yeah, healthy and happy in her life. E, F, G, H-I-J. I was not responsible my freshman year, obviously, but I've improved a lot on that, and I don't know, there's a lot that's changed just about me and my personality and what I want for myself, and now her.
Yay! By the end of this year, we're going to have a new president. We don't know who they'll be, but these students know what they want to see.
I want security. I want security. I want to find it. I want to just suggest you, and I want to thank you. I want to speak. I want to speak.
Yes, we know what you want. But the thing is, an election really isn't about you, is it? At their best, a democratic election is about ideas. We, the people's plans for a brighter future, and the candidates who can best put them into practice. So we went and asked someone, 5 someones actually, that together span different ages, races, religions, and genders. We invited them into our studio and asked for an answer to a very simple question. What do you want from the candidates running for the President of the United States?
I want you to keep in mind as you rant at the media and continue to push your ideas that you are working towards a bigger cause, and that is the country. Each of you has the potential to become the country's leader, and that means each of you may have the tremendous task of determining what is best for the citizens of your country, rather than what makes you more appealing to your party leaders.
I would like to educate you on the overwhelming science in support of vaccines. The American Academy of Pediatrics lists over 40 studies showing no link between vaccines and autism. Vaccination has proved to be better and safer than natural immunity and bolsters herd immunity, which protects babies too young to receive vaccines from contracting disease. With the recent outbreaks due to decreases in vaccinations, this issue is more relevant than ever, and supporting vaccines will undoubtedly prevent more incidents of disease or death in the future.
We are seen as the land of dreams where people stand united. We are a secular republic where each person has their liberties protected by law. But what we see today is not the picture you have painted all these years for millions of people depending on you. Instead, we see the harsh reality of a divided nation where the leaders themselves hate on one another. This hate did not just stop there when we began to advocate the banning of refugees and minority communities from entering our nation. Is this the kind of world leader we wish to be? The nation which gives an illusion of the land of dreams when in reality we are all the ones trying to kill them.
As the executive of the U.S., the next president should ensure that our tax dollars are being sent to the most responsible people possible, and the people who need it the most. Those who are poor as a result of economic downturn or unfortunate circumstance should be offered government aid, whereas tax dollars should not go to people who might use that money to abuse drugs. Therefore, along with an overwhelming majority in the population across parties, I would implore the President to begin testing all welfare recipients for drugs once they enroll in the welfare program.
I think cigarettes should be banned completely. First off, it can cause cancer, so it's extremely bad for you. And bad for everyone else around you. Smoking is also horrible for the environment. In a nutshell, you're slowly killing yourself, harming the ones around you, and killing plants and animals in the environment. There's basically no up to smoking. I hope you will take my request of no smoking as president.
When the candidates are more concerned with the birthplace of another, rather than reforming the economic policy to address the national debt, then the country is in a sad state of affairs. The one thing that I want to communicate is that the largest hurdle that you'll face is yourselves. Constant congressional disagreement and party politics are exactly what pushed the problems of the previous administration onto the next one and stops us from actually solving anything. We would rather discuss and filibuster an issue to death rather than taking action.
In our next segment, we explore a more literal new beginning, potentially pushing back school start times.
When they don't get enough sleep, there's a lot of very negative health consequences. So it's a biological need. It isn't just because teenagers are bad at time management or anything. It isn't that. It's a biological reason.
Charlene Liu is a mother of 2. And one of her biggest concerns for her older daughter, who attends Homestead High School, is how much sleep she gets.
A lot of people don't know this, but when you hit puberty, your sleep circadian rhythm delays by an hour or more, so that teenagers don't feel sleepy before 11 p.m., even if they're sleep deprived.
4 months ago, Lou created a petition on Change.org that asked the Fremont Union High School District to change school start times to 8:30 or later. Her Change.org petition has picked up more than 2,000 signatures and has yielded a variety of responses, along with many questions. Lou expected the most opposition from parents. Adam Hyder, a parent of 3, including a current Monte Vista junior, is an exception.
If we are not preparing our next generation to be healthy, to be able to absorb everything they learn in school, to have better cognitive abilities, to have better academic performance, then we are robbing future to pay present, and that's not a good thing.
At the same time that Lou's been garnering support, opposition to a later start time has also been intensifying. Sophomore Joshua Siddhajaya created an anti-late start petition for himself.
I was slightly appalled at people's reasoning to sign things, because they see the headline and they see the picture, and they go, oh, this speaks with me, and then they just sign it. And it turns out it's not exactly what they were signing, because it only gives you a small part of the big picture.
I think it's completely substantiated why we need to look at possibly a late start, but I don't think it's as simple as just filing a petition and say, let's make a late start of this for a school. Since we have 3 other schools around us, De Anza, Lincoln, and Kennedy. So by us changing our schedule impacts all of them. If they change their schedule, it impacts us. So it needs to be done in collaboration with the schools that surround us. And then we have this lovely thing called athletics, which is run by an organization far outside our district. So CCS and CIF are state and regional components. They determine the schedules and start times and so on.
But a later start time doesn't necessarily mean a later dismissal time.
I came up with a schedule for Homestead that I'm proposing to the superintendent, and it 3 days out of the week it's actually shorter. It ends earlier than what it does currently, and 2 days out of the week it ends 25 minutes. If you decide to do it, it really doesn't take that much time. What takes some effort is convincing all the stakeholders why it's good and that it's possible.
What happens to a team when a crucial player is injured? We take a look at how girls soccer recovers from one teammate's absence on the field.
When she first told me, I was terrified because I totally didn't expect this. I was planning to mostly watch her throughout the season, see what she does, but
Every year, teams start up their new seasons with new players and new expectations. For the girls' soccer team, however, their new season didn't start as they would have wanted. Near the start of the season, senior goalkeeper Monica Polgar severely re-injured her knee. Faced with a choice between playing for the team while risking a worse injury and having surgery, Polgar opted for the surgery and decided to sit out for the season.
Well, she was injured in the beginning of the season. I knew that there was potential that she could have been out for the whole season. She actually came up to me and was asking my opinion on whether to get surgery or not, and not play for most of the season. And I totally honestly told her it's not worth you playing the season and getting more injured. I would suggest you getting the surgery because your future is her playing in North Dakota for college. So it's a decision that's best for her, and it is what it is with the team. We'll develop Gabby, and Gabby's done very well in the short time that she started.
there was a lot of pressure for me because Monica's so good. She's like amazing. And I'm only a sophomore and she's been playing like a long time compared to me. I've been only playing for about 2.5 years.
A lot of it's just kind of helping our other goalie get comfortable being in her position because it is her first season on varsity. Just kind of training her and getting her more comfortable.
So I was under a lot of pressure, but I mean, I knew that it was going to be a really good experience for me, and I'd have a lot more playing time, especially with playing with seniors and juniors. I think I'll get a lot better, and then she's also helping me out, and so is her dad. They both coach me and watch me in games, and we do a bunch of drills every single day at practice, and she always has something to say, something good or something bad, but it's just making me better as a girl.
Yeah, no, she's doing very well. She makes a couple young mistakes, but that's normal for someone that hasn't played at this level before. But surprisingly, she's done very, very well, and both I and Tibor, who helps as assistant coach and the goalkeeper coach, very excited about working with her. It is actually a blessing to get her starting this year because you know, she gets a little taste of her, because she's going to be the number one goalie next year. She gets a little taste of this year and be ready to go next year. You know.
Next year, I plan on playing again, and I'll play with the same girls, and it'll be more comfortable playing with each other, and so I think we'll be even better next year and then the years after.
It's a new beginning, but that's okay. You know, it's part of life. You know, sometimes you know, some people are, you know, like a rock, and you can't change them. You gotta change with the times, and you know, we all change.
Every day we go home and face the same routine with the same people. In our final segment, we explore life with a new member of the household.
2 years ago on Halloween Day, I was really tired that day. It was a Friday night too, so school obviously. Really just planning to go to sleep and not like talk to my parents for like another hour. So I told them good night, and then they gestured me to come to the couch and sit down. And then I saw like a phone recording me, and I was like, this is really suspicious, because during that entire week they were like, I knew that they were keeping a secret from me, but on Friday night I was like too tired to think about it, so I just let it go. And then finally they said, do you want to know the secret now? And I said, yeah, sure. But all I remember was like my dad telling me, oh, so what have you wanted all your life, right? And then at first I said, a dog? Am I getting a dog? And then they're like, no. And then my dad asked a follow-up question saying like, what's the other thing that you've wanted that you said you'd take care of? I just paused. And then I looked at my mom, and then she said, I'm pregnant. It was last year, May 15th, 2015. And it was on a Friday, so right after school I went to the hospital. I was so excited. We waited like a few hours to see him, but when I did, I was super happy. I just wanted to carry him, but I knew I couldn't because he was so fragile and he was just so wrapped in the blanket. But the feeling of his fingers going around my finger was so amazing. I just felt like my dreams have come true.
Having a new sibling is pretty rewarding, but the situation does come with some new responsibilities.
Yeah, they definitely told me that things were going to change. Like, we had to change our living room so that he could, so that we can have space for him and like his crib and like his walker and everything. Because you need a lot of space for a baby, just because you don't want them to get hit or like get hurt with anything.
The new addition to the family has made Palakpak's life more enjoyable and fulfilling. She hopes to pay it forward by being a good sister to her baby brother, Preston.
It's been really different. I come home and I just go to him for that ball of energy and that smile, because you know 8 hours of school is too much, and I just love coming back to him, smiling, just being a happy baby.
Despite the major age gap, Palakpak hopes to always remain an important figure in Preston's life.
I hope that I stay like the sister figure to him, and I promise to take care of him with much of my abilities, and and to remember the memories, like take pictures and have like good adventures with him, and just to live an enjoyable life.